You know how to discover the purpose. Now you need to know how to fulfill it. Is that okay? It's very important that a believer fulfill purpose. That is the reason why we are upon the face of the earth. We are not upon the face of the earth to eat, to drink, and to get married, and to give birth to children, and to die. Anybody that tells you that is lying. We are upon the face of the earth to fulfill a divine mandate by God. And anytime you do not fulfill that divine mandate, that is when you attack a failure. In the process of the fulfillment of your purpose in life, peradventure you can get a wife, you can get a car, you can get a house, you can get anything. But the prime expectation of God while He created you has nothing to do with a car, a house, a wife, as much good as those things may be. Because there were people upon the face of the earth that walked the earth that had none of this, and yet again they fulfilled their purpose. Are you getting my point now? Okay. So we must be able to realize that just because we don't have something does not mean that we are failure, because an understanding of purpose brings you to a point where you are fulfilled. Bring you to a point where you come to a realization that you are not a failure in life. Many people have judged themselves and called themselves failure upon the parameters of men. Because your friend has 5 cars, you have 2, you are a failure. Because your friend has 1 million in his account, you have only 100 naira, you are a failure. Because your friend has iPhone, you have torchlight, you are a failure. Because your friend have many suits, have many shoes, you don't have, you are a failure. But when we check in the vistas of heaven, the person that do not have anything to wear may actually be the one that is actually fulfilling purpose. And from the eye vistas of God, that one is the one that is succeeding. And that one is the one that is actually walking in purpose. And that one is more important to God when God wants to judge in his parameter of success. Success is not measured according to the parameters of men, it's measured according to the parameters of God. So a man may be caught and sent to a village, and the man may be doing evangelism every day, and that man need no airplane, he does not need a private jet, because everywhere he is in a village there is no a place where a plane can land. So the man had a bicycle, and all through his life that man had a bicycle. And the man used that bicycle to go from one village to another village to another village, and he was winning souls. Peradventure, that man win thousands of souls in many villages. Another man is in Lagos, and this one is in Lagos, and God gave him a ministry of 10,000 members or 50,000 members, and he has branches all around the world. And for him to meet up with his schedules, he even acquired a private jet. In fact, it was given to him just like the way the man in the village was given a bike. Both of them received a seat. One received a private jet, the other one received a bike. And the one in the city used his private jet to go from one country. Tomorrow he's in America, next tomorrow he's in London, another day he's in Dubai. He's moving from one city to another city, one country to another country, and he is doing a lot of crusade like that in Rehan Bunker, winning all the people within the city. After a while, the 2 of these people died. According to the parameter of men, they will say the man that was in the village is a failure. The one that is in the city, that has many branches, has a private jet, has a Rolls Royce, has a Maybach S580, 250 million naira. That one is the one that has succeeded in life. That one is the one that has fulfilled purpose. And the one that was in the village and died, maybe they didn't even attend his burial service. It was not known in the world. Nobody posted it on Facebook. Nobody celebrated him. Men may call that one a failure, but in heaven, it is possible for the 2 of them to be saluted in heaven and be referred to as good and faithful servant. Why? Because the necessity of the kind of the peculiarity of the calling upon the other guy does not require him to have a private jet, does not even require him to have a Maybach, does not even require him to have a Range Rover Sport. He requires him to only have a bicycle. And that guy had a bicycle because the road to all the villages is going to does not, car can go, plane can land. And in heaven, when both of them died, the one that have plenty private jet cannot take one to heaven because there is no parking space in heaven. There is no airport to land plane in heaven. He can't take it to heaven, and the one that have bicycle, he can't even take his bicycle to heaven. Both of them appear before God, and they are judged according to their works and their motive and why they do the things they do. And it's even possible for the man that has private jet to be judged, and God will look up upon him and say, this one is an ambition, it's a motive. You manipulated people, you lied to get the things you acquired. So success in life is measured according to the fulfillment of purpose, and purpose is peculiar to every individual, and everyone must strive to be faithful in his assignment as God has given unto him. Fulfillment of purpose is our goal. Impact is not it. Influence is not it. To be known is not it. To be popular is not it. In the journey of the fulfillment of it, you can get popular, you can get impact, you can get influence. Recently I learned that just because Burma Boy, things trend. I told you, things that trend, you don't need to know it, you don't need to see it, you hear it. Burma Boy went to, is it UK? Shut down a place, and Davido got angry. Why did Davido got angry? Well, because Davido was about to go for his tour in the UK, and Burma Boy went ahead of him. And Burma Boy was one of the persons that do not really have somebody that really helped him like that. I get to the point now. So Davido was angry, Burma Boy was angry. Why are you angry with me that I went and shut down UK? So Davido said he is happy that small boys are making impact now. And Burma Boy replied him. He said, when you cannot play football and your father see that you cannot play football, your father got angry and bought the club. He now make you the captain of the club. That doesn't mean you can play football. Davido was so angry. You can't understand this parable. And because of that, both of them are successful people. But why are they worried? It's because purpose is not in view. All their quest of popularity, all their quest for influence has no end. Because there will always be a bigger stadium to fill. If you don't find fulfillment, find joy, find happiness, that if you talk to one person, the person get born again, you can come and sleep and say, Jesus, I did something today. Then you are not working in purpose. Until you feel that, until you stand in the stadium filled with 1 million people before you will feel anointed, you are a scam. Because many of you can't stand before one person and witness to him. You wait for when the crowd are too many. Jesus knows that your heart is not right with him, and on the last day he can say, depart away from me, because you are a worker of iniquity. Because he doesn't know you. Yet again, you did many things. Your quest is not different from that of Burma Boy and Wizkid and Davido. The goal is not the cars. And to make matter worse, Davido got angry and went and bought the latest car. And he said, let me show them that I'm still rich. But it doesn't make sense, because it's a quest of unending pursuit. I want to ask you a simple question. That thing you did you feel fulfilled? Are you happy? When you came back, did you got a salutation from God? Or men clap for you? Because men can be clapping for you, and yet again God will look upon you and say, yet again you are not faithful. Because until God say, good and faithful servant, you have no part of a portion of inheritance. And that is why everybody must jealously guard his calling, jealously guard his assignment, and be faithful where God has put you. I don't know what God has apportioned unto you to do. I don't know what God has put upon you as a mandate, as a burden. But I want to understand to you that except a man come to a point where he walk in alignment with God, he will be so distracted day in and day out. Go with me to the book of Psalms 47.